Howdy folks, and welcome back to Frieren. Today we're going to be watching Season 1, Episode 5, which is titled Phantoms of the Dead. And I am of two minds on how to start this here reaction. On one hand, I could say, well, we know what we're doing, we know where we're going, let's start this quest to reach Oriole, the land of the dead. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. I still am not 100% sure on that pronunciation, but the other part of me thinks that there's an actual non-zero chance that we could start this one up, and we have already had the reunion between Frieren and Himmel, and we have essentially skipped a whole other journey. Basically, you know, they did say beyond Journey's End. What if it's beyond Journey's end? Like beyond multiple Journey's ends, that we never get the actual journey when Frieren knows what she's doing, where she's going, and what her goal is, that we only follow her when she's just kind of wandering aimlessly through the world. I think that would be really funny, and like I said, non-zero chance that that's actually where we're gonna pick up here. That the first thing we see is Frieren saying goodbye to the soul of Himmel after reuniting with him, leaving the land of the dead and going up to like a now 30-year-old Fern or whatever, and her being like, was it worth it to spend all this time? And Frieren says something like, it remains to be seen. Come, let us now go find somewhere else to go, or something like that. It could happen. Who knows? I don't, which is why I'm about to watch this thing. So let's scooch over here and get ready to do so. As I once again take this opportunity to thank you for watching me watch this thing. Hey, we are now past the 4-episode intro that this show has, now into, I guess, the proper meat and potatoes of it all, from what I understand, at the very least. So excited to see, you know, everything else the show has in store for me. So I hope you are too. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you see when more of these come out. Please leave a like on this here video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this episode, of the reaction, anything you want to tell me. These videos I found so far as they hit YouTube have been, typically, I feel like when a reaction video like this gets released, it gets most of its views like right up front and then like tapers off completely. But with the Frieren videos, I found that they pretty much hold steady for like a lot longer than some of the other shows I've watched tend to do, which is great. I like that they are getting views. They usually start off as like a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 as far as my last like 10 videos, and then slowly work their way up to like, you know, 4-ish tends to be the average for the ones that have gone public so far, which is fine. We like that they're getting views, but I guess I said all that to say, please leave a like to help out with the algorithm to feed these to more people who might enjoy watching Frieren reactions. Once again, if you enjoy watching uncut, unedited Frieren reactions, there's a link down in the description below to the Patreon if you want to support the channel just a little bit extra, get a little something extra in return. Totally unnecessary. I'm glad that you're just here watching on YouTube, but that option's there for you. With all that being said, let's get started with Frieren Season 1, Episode 5. I think it's called Phantoms of the Dead. Usually with the other streaming services, I have the titles like available to me here, but Crunchyroll doesn't like to show those on the little window I have. So I think that's what it's called. Phantoms of the Dead. Whatever it's called. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Frieren, オレオールを探してヒンメルと話すんだ。
And see, I heard him say that there, but it was in Japanese. See, in Japanese, it's oreole or something like that. So, but us filthy English speakers, you know, we have to figure it out for ourselves. I'm going to say aureole. A little previously on Frieren, as it were. Yeah, this is beat for beat exactly the same. Okay, so that's where the last episode ended, so... No, we did get this last time, right? But we saw this earlier in the last episode, not right here. But it's interesting to like see this replayed here, juxtaposed in this moment. Yeah. Remember dinosaurs, right? Wow. What a way to look at it. I hope so. I hope we don't come back and he's just... we come back from all of this and find that he's dead. We're like, well, time to go back to talk to Aizen again. 50%. Greater than 1. Yeah. Interesting. This is the first time we've ever gotten like an actual like cold open. All the other episodes have started with the OP. Interesting. Also, while the OP's playing, my tea for tonight is peppermint. Also, once again, that shot right at the end of the... Okay, Phantoms of the Dead it was. Shot right at the end of the OP with Frieren, you know, you see her briefcase in her feet, and she takes that single step, right? What do they say? A journey always begins with a single step? Or else I'll come haunt... Yeah! She's like, you corrupt priest. Oh, she might get to see him at this place, too. Oh, I didn't even think about that. She shows up and sees him. He's like, oh God, you're haunting me, actually. See, we can joke and have fun in this show. You did, you corrupt priest. So I am also really curious. I guess 28 years after the death of Himmel the hero. I spent a good deal of time last reaction talking about how I could see this journey taking a lot longer than the 10 years that it took them before. What with Frieren's meandering and helping other people and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I could also potentially see it taking less, depending on, you know, how much time. Like, void of lots of people needing Frieren's help. I'm assuming that back then when they fought the Demon King, they had a lot of like fighting that they were doing. There were a lot of battles here and there with the Demon King's forces. You know, we saw Qual, the demon sorcerer, back in episode 3. That was just one of many, many battles that they had. But now there's no big war. There's no big threat going on. So really, they could kind of beeline it to end day if they wanted to. You know, like I said before, I'm erring more on the side of it's going to take a lot longer given what we know about Frieren and her current outlook on things. Both, number one, wanting to get to know people better. Number two, you know, doing things because it's what Himmel would have done. So I definitely see it taking a lot longer, but the thought did cross my mind. Like, they could just speed run it over there. Any percent make it to end day. There's a speed run joke in there somewhere. You know, people say like good ending, bad ending. It's just like any end day ending. And I don't know. It's the moment's gone. I messed it up. Let's continue. Uh-oh. Ooh, a battle to happen, you say? Taken by ghosts. Hyder has been busy. What, the ghosts? Hey, ghost, what do you look like? Okay. Well, it could be like a reading the memories kind of thing. Kind of like how the shapeshifter in Dungeon Meshi worked. And it's been a couple episodes since I've made a comparison, so I feel like I'm allotted one at least. Yeah? I doubt a shapeshifter at this point. Definitely something that can read minds. What was that little flinch that she did? She almost dropped the bag. It's interesting that Fern is bringing this up. But it was your idea, not mine. Ooh. If it shows up as people they knew in life, Himmel, but will it be young Himmel or old Himmel? And then, of course, Hyter for Fern, right? Just like the shapeshifter in Dungeon Meshi. They didn't have to animate that so well, but they did. Gotcha. So you just start blasting.
死者の幻影を撃てばいいのですね。
Yeah, that doesn't sound as easy.
当然です。偽物だと分かっているのですから。
Yeah, I know.
私は命乞いをする先生の幻影を撃ったよ。
Wow.
先生の命乞いは聞き慣れていたから、そこまで罪悪感とかは。
Damn, she really hated Flamma. Flamma? I was told that it should be like you pronounce the E at the end of Flam. I don't know exactly how much to pronounce it.
出てきましたね。近いね。
I heard that a lot of the names should be pronounced with like a German kind of twinge to them. Except I'm gonna say Fern like I'm from the American South, like I am. Yeah, there's Heiter.
これが死者の幻影。
Now blast him, like you did that rock.
一段と魔法使いらしくなりましたね。あなたがいい子でいたから、少しだけ化けて出ることにしました。
And that's why they showed us that little scene before.
記憶だ。
魔法使いの道を選んで正解でしたね。
Also, I love your hair tie.
これは私の大切な思い出だ。
One of my most cherished memories. Wow.
フェルン。ダメか。
I love how they summon their rods. There he is.
ヒンメルが出てくるんだ。てっきりまた先生が出てくるものかと思っていたけど。
they can tell that you've changed.
私も少しは
Yeah.
ってことかな。
撃て。
そうだね。ヒンメルならそういう。
Damn. She blasted that thing so hard. Now Fern just kind of gives like a little like weak little. Nope, there she goes too.
これでこの峠道は安全だね。
Zoltracked his ass.
次は本物に会いに行こう。
Yeah, just like I said. This episode's really good so far. I'm really digging this one. Okay, still 28 years. Regal Canyon, located in the Central Lands.
あれが竜。
Oh, hi.
した。
This is a bit early to see a dragon.
魔導書があるでしょ。
I need that spell.
探していたやつなんだよ。
Oh, wow.
高恐竜。
A solar
こいつは
dragon.
冒険者を何人も食っている。
Oh, so it should be slow in digesting its food, right? Listen, if you show me a red dragon, I'm gonna make the Dungeon Meshi references. Oh no, somebody cast Reflect on it.
フリーレン様。あまり手応え。
Even Frieren looks like,
やっぱり
oh
竜
shit.
は硬いね。仕方がない。逃げるよ。
Oh god. Yo, is he gonna eat Fern and then we have to go get Fern out of it? No, stop. No more Dungeon Meshi references. I can't. Yo, Frieren just like hiding behind that tree.
飛ぶのも早いね。空中戦も無理そうだ。
Also, I love this Wes Anderson ass sounding score in the background.
さすがにこれ繰り返せばいつかは倒せるでしょう。
We're just gonna tire that thing out? Yeah, you're on this one alone, Frieren.
竜と追いかけっこなんて魔法使いのやり方じゃないよね。
How many times do I have to tell you my head is not for padding?
素直に仲間にするか。
Is this gonna be the red-haired guy?
リーゲル峡谷沿いにある村にシュタルク
Stark
という戦士がいる。北側諸国に入るついでに拾ってやれ。
Interesting.
俺の弟子なんだ。
Okay.
いい選手なの？
No, he sucks.
フリーレン様、あの魔導書にはどのような魔法が
It's probably
記され
something
ているのですか？
super...
服が透けて見える魔法。
Once again with the see-through clothes. The elixir that dissolves clothes. The spell to see through clothes.
でも実用性はあるよ。
What, for hidden
服と認識
weapons?
する範囲によっては。
Yeah. Once again, just like I said, I'm just having a lot of tiny little oracle moments today.
シュタルク様がお会いしたいと。
Stark is like, I want to fight a dragon. What if Stark is the dragon?
あの竜
Okay, no,
は
Stark is not the dragon.
襲いました。
Absolutely not the dragon.
そんな時
Okay.
に現れたのがシュタルク様です。あの方は竜を前にしても
He baited out its attacks and figured out easy ways, and he went for the tail and cut it off and then carved it? That's a little Monster Hunter reference for you. I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter recently.
協力してもらえれば竜は倒せそうですね。
He can... Mages don't play tag with dragons, but Stark can.
俺もシュタルクみたいな強い戦士になれる。
Stark cleft this mountain in twain with his axe. I do like his hair.
お前らが竜に手を出していた連中か。
It has something I
竜はお前らが思
need.
っている以上に恐ろしい存在だ。何者だ。
魔法使いフリーレン。
Yeah, I was gonna say, he probably recognizes that name.
黙って出てきちまったからな。
Oh, so this is punishment, him having to go with Frieren.
マになってほしい。まずは公共竜の討伐を手伝ってもらいたいかな。巣にある魔導書が欲しいからね。
I want to see people naked. This show seems a little too highbrow to have, like, jokes about Frieren, like, you know, taking a peek at people.
くだらねえな。
でしょ。
Damn.
仲間になるのは別に構わないぜ。師匠が連れてけって言ったんだろ。
No?
恐竜だけは絶対に倒してもらう。
I mean, exactly like I
正直俺一人じゃ
said.
厳しくてな。
You know, once you get to high rank, monsters are easier to fight when you have multiple hunters.
30秒足止めしてもらえれば確実に。
30 seconds.
なるほど。それ、俺がやらないとダメかな。
やっぱりそういうことか。
Is there like some kind of a
シュ
quirk?
タルク、魔物との戦闘経験は？
I'm still in low rank. Oh yeah, he's hunter rank 1.
俺だって最初は立ち向かったんだよ。でも怖くて一歩も動けなかったんだよ。
I somehow passed my intimidation check.
みたいに輪切りにしちまうんだぜ。人間が戦っていいような相手じゃね
Okay,
え
so
よ。
it was all just bluster then.
なぜかその後竜が村を襲わなくなって。
Yeah, you know, if you time out on a quest in Monster Hunter, that still counts as a failure.
高いんだからいっぱいお食べ。
シュタルク、新しい必殺技見せてよ。
My new killer move.
フリーレン様、こいつはダメです。他を当たりましょう。
And Frieren says, I can make a man out of him.
できるはずだ。
Let us get down to business to defeat the solar dragon. So I'm guessing he did not cleave this mountain in twain with his axe.
シュタルク、一晩だけ時間をやる。
And then you die.
よく考えろ。まあ、あいつは優しいやつみたいだからね。優しい。
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's not...
臆病なようにしか見えませんでしたが。臆病なのは否定しないよ。フェルンだって初めて魔物と戦った時。
That's why these games always start you with like a great Jaggy or something not threatening. You don't go straight to Crimson Fatalis.
そういえばなぜ竜はこの村を襲わないのでしょうか。さあね。単なる気まぐれか。
Yeah, this dragon is quirked up just like I am. Dragon's like, I also like collecting spells. There's none in here. I checked. I clawed down the houses. There were no spells in there. Stupid. Oh, I just realized you have until tomorrow morning. And then Frieren's like, oh, I can't get out of bed.
いい戦士なの？
No.
昔故郷の村が魔族に襲われた時、一人だけ逃げ出した臆病者だ。俺と同じだ。
Oh, wow.
だからあいつには俺の全てを叩き込んだ。
He's a coward just like me, yet we as the viewer have so much, you know, such good thoughts about Aizen. We love him. We've seen him be a badass. Yet he still describes himself as a coward. Oh, maybe he did. I'm starting to think maybe he did cleave this mountain in twain. He's just trying to escape. He's trying to dig a tunnel.
修行の後だったのですね。
It's his limit break. Okay, wow. This is unprecedented for this show. Even the, I mean, I guess with the I didn't even realize we were close to the end there. Holy smokes. That one flew by. Wow. Wow. You know, with the exception of episode 1, like I said, it felt like it just ended on like mid conversation, right? Like just like I feel like there should have been more for that one. Episodes 2, 3, and 4 each had pretty solid endings. So aside from episode 1, this is the first time we've had an episode that didn't end on some kind of revelation or some kind of closure. Episode 2 was the statue with the flower crowns. So yeah, good ending there. Episode 3 was Qual. We killed Qual, made it back to the village, you know, ending there. Episode 4, we got our quest and said like, all right, it's time to go. Perfect place to end. This one, once again, just like episode 1, there should be more. There was no fight with the dragon. There was, you know, none of that. Yet, as I said at one point in the episode, I'm loving this episode so far. Like it's back to like just the quiet, pensive, meandering kind of, attempting to pick up a party member, but like I said, did not do so. He, at the end of the episode, he didn't even, I mean, I guess the fact that he is training, he is kind of chopping away at this mountain, to make a Jimi Hendrix / Stevie Ray Vaughan reference. He didn't chop it down with the side of his hand. He chopped it down with the side of his axe, because he's a voodoo child, obviously. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, even if he was, I guess the mere fact that he was training there at the end kind of makes it seem like that he is kind of, without verbally saying like, I'll join your party or I'll do the dang thing, you know, actions speak louder than words in that case. The fact that we see him do that means, all right, he's in. He's warming up, he's practicing, right? But still, just another kind of odd place to end the episode. And like I said, we got that nonverbal confirmation. It's one of those cases of the show treating the viewers not like stupid people, that we can pick up on context clues and kind of understand these things. But still, every other like piece of media I've watched would have had him say like, I'll do it or something at the end, rather than just the cut to credits after Fern said that. So once again, just really interesting storytelling here. Yeah, I'm glad to finally meet this guy. I've completely forgot about him, even though we've seen him in the OP ever since episode 1, I think. I think episode 1 had the OP in it. But yeah, glad to finally meet this guy. The jury's out on how much I'm actually going to like him, because on one hand, he is very cowardly. On the other hand, he seems like with just a little bit of you know, mental fortitude training, he could be very, very useful. Very helpful to us. I guess we'll see how this fight with the dragon goes, presumably next time. This feels like one of those things where it was potentially one chapter that they cut up into, basically into 2 for this. And I really should go and read some of the early chapters of the manga to kind of get a feel for how it's presented. I never actually read Dungeon Meshi, but I did at a bookstore find like one of the volumes of it and did pick it up and kind of leaf through a little bit of it to kind of make a couple comparisons between the show and the manga. But I definitely need to sit down and actually read a chapter or 2 of this to kind of see how things are presented in the manga and then how they were adapted here into the show. Still very, very good adaptation. I mean, I'm assuming, like I said, I haven't read the source material, but the show has been an absolute delight. Even like this slower episode that, where we met this character but not too much else happened, like I still had a really fun time. Oh, I forgot about the whole the Phantoms thing. That was cool. And just the fact that Frieren just completely like overkill blasted that thing. Even Fern did a big shot too whenever she did get around to blasting. But it seems a little excessive, but I guess if you want to make sure you kill something, I was going to say you double tap, except when you're that powerful, you don't need to. You just need to single tap at full strength. Yeah, fun stuff. Good episode. Even if it did end at a bit of an awkward spot, I was really hoping to see that dragon fight. I guess we got more Monster Hunter references coming next week. Still a fun one. Really excited to see how this thing plays out. So I guess look forward to that for next time. I don't think I have too much else to say. So I'm gonna stop here. But like I said, don't forget to leave a like on your way out. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this episode of the reaction. And with nothing else to say, please come back next time for the next episode of Frieren. Take easy, everybody.